When you are building your strategy for 2022, what are the 5 marketing sectors and your 5 online drivers you need to be paying attention to? What are the 5 things that you need to know for your nonprofit strategy as you get ready for this next year? Here we go. Hi, my name is David Higgins, and I am an author and a consultant. So today we're going to be talking about what it is that needs to be in your online strategy. We're going to talk about the 5 areas that you need to discuss as a leadership team to make sure you're looking at for this next year, and the 5 drivers, the 5 things that are going to cause people to go to and look at and apply themselves to the direction that you're going with your online strategy. So 5 and 5. Are you ready? Here we go. 70% of online supporters prefer that communication be sent through email. 46% of nonprofit supporters find it helpful to hear from nonprofit organizations through email. And this is the big one. One email is equal to $1 in every fiscal cycle. What would you do with 100,000 emails? What would you do with 50,000 emails? What if you, as a youth group, had 25,000 emails in your email system? Now you say, well, wait a minute, we only belong to an organization or a church of 150 people, and we only have a youth group of 20,000, but 20 kids. But the truth is, you can have 20,000 emails in your email system and be using that as a budgetary foundation for your youth group. You go, oh my goodness, is that even possible? Not only possible, it's proven over and over again. And all you need is to understand the upskill and understand the tools that you have in front of you. What does that leave us was number 5, quality content creation. All right, so understanding how to do content creation. There's a lot of free online training here on YouTube, lots of classes on how to do great content creating. And it really comes down to your effort, what you want to put into it. Don't do something sloppy, but you don't have to be the best either. You just need to put it out there. Start getting out there, start communicating, and choosing which type of format do you want to do it in, which rules you want to apply, and just learn about it. Don't just do it, learn about doing it so you can do it fairly well. And it's important. So those are your marketing sectors, those 5: a dynamic website, targeted funnels, active social media, email automation, and quality content creation. So once you have those 5 things lined up, then you got on the other side, you need to get people to go and view those. You're needing drivers. What are the 5 main drivers that allows you to draw people to look at your 5 marketing sectors? So number 1 is your email drip campaign. Emails are so important. And we just went through some statistics on emails, but your email drip campaign is automating it so that you can go do what you're there to do. You're there to help people, or you're there to provide for the mission of your nonprofit, or to go connect to what your organization is there to do. You don't want to be sitting there or have your team sitting there just doing with email, sending, receiving emails. It's not just exhausting, it's stupid. Why would you do that when it's not what your organization is about? You are not an email server. But there are those out there that the programs that are relatively inexpensive and some for free that you can create automation campaigns for people to connect with you, and you can start raising money through your email automation campaigns, and does it 24 hours a day, all year round. And all you have to do is put your foot on there to make sure it is staying in the quality and the communication and the way that you want it to, being relevant. And there are certainly systems in place that you can create for that. Number 2, the $10,000 a month Google ad grant. Can't speak enough for this. This is amazing. I think every nonprofit in America, except for the 3 sectors that the grant does not affect, but every other nonprofit in America should have the Google ad grant working for them. And if you don't, let us know. We'll point you in the right direction. Find somebody who can help you get that up and running and going so that you can have that amount of strength from the Google searches pointing directly at your nonprofit. Number 3 is organic social media. What is organic social media? Well, right off the top of my head, I know of 103 organic social media platforms, such as Pinterest and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn and Twitter. And we can just keep going and going and going. And there are so many out there, and some that are specific to certain sectors that would be really dynamic if you, as a nonprofit, are within that sector, building a complete network and relationship with people that are already in love with what you're doing. And so it is important for you as a nonprofit to understand what those are. And in other shows, we'll talk about those 103 sectors and what they are and how they function, so that you can have that information. But it's readily out there for your research. And you can go ahead and look at those nonprofit um, uh, connection points that can be done through social media. Number 4, either start a YouTube channel, start a blog, or start a podcast. Either start a YouTube channel, start a blog, or start a podcast. Don't do all 3. Choose one and do it super good regularly for 1 year. That's your goal. A 1 year, do it either weekly, do it bi-weekly, do it bi-monthly, but do it on a regular basis and to start becoming a producer of information. And there are many ways to do this and systems to do it so that it's not a huge weight or a burden on you as a nonprofit. But you need to have one of these areas as a focal point, because this is where you're building. This is a building block, a foundational building block for your nonprofit. And it's going to drive people to your marketing sectors. Now, the last one is our paid ads on social media platforms. So there's 100 ways we can do this. We can talk about all the different ones there, but I'm going to just pick on one because it's simple, it's very well systemized, and you already probably have a Facebook page for your nonprofit. Look at doing pay-per-click Facebook ads. Maybe you can only have to start with $5-10 a day, $5-10 a day, maybe $20 a day, $600 a month. What that's going to do is it's going to put you into a place of relevancy with that 1-to-4 ratio. And there's a lot of ways to curtail that to a certain particular group of people. Maybe you don't want people under the age of 18 connecting to your nonprofit just because of the type of nonprofit you are. You can go ahead and just put a block on that so that those people aren't clicking on your ad. But one thing to remember is your ad isn't about every single time somebody clicks. It's a recognition in the community. If 92% of your community is connecting online and 1 out of 4 in your community is on Facebook today, you're communicating and they're looking at it and they're on the Facebook page and they see your ad, and that doesn't cost you a dime. And they keep moving on. The next day they see your ad again, doesn't cost you a dime. And the next day they see your ad again, doesn't cost you again. But now you're starting to get recognizable and you're going, oh my goodness, who is this nonprofit? What are they doing? I didn't even know they existed here in town. And you're becoming recognizable in your community. That's free. There's nothing for people to see your ad and move on. It only costs you that few cents or a couple dollars every time somebody clicks on the ad to go into build that relationship with you. So maybe the 4th time that family, that individual looks at your ad, they click on it. By this time they're warmed up. They're like, okay, I want to know more about what this nonprofit is and what they do. And then they download your free connection when they put in their email address, and you have an email that becomes part of your email drip campaign. And you've started building a brand new future donation and donor for your nonprofit. So those are the 5 online drivers and the 5 marketing sectors. And so if this has been at all helpful for you, please hit the like, the follow, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we put out a new subject. And we're able to keep communicating one another. If you have any questions, please shoot us an email or just put it in the link below and we will comment back to you. So let's quickly just review. What are the 5 marketing sectors? A dynamic website, targeted funnels, active social media, email automation, and make sure you have quality content creation. And the 5 online drivers: email drip campaigns, a $10,000 a month Google ad grant, organic social media, a YouTube blog post, blog or podcast, and number 5, paid ads on social media platforms. Hey, I hope this has been helpful, and give me a shout. I can't wait to talk to you. You have an amazing day, and remember, you're not here just to survive. You're here to thrive. Have a good one.